A 40-year-old earning $30,000 can buy a gold health plan. Lower deductibles, richer coverage, for less per month than a silver plan. That is not a mistake. It is a pricing trick called silver loading that most shoppers never notice. I read the fine print so you don't have to, and by the end, you'll see exactly how gold ends up cheaper than silver. Here is the one-sentence version. Insurers load a required cost onto silver plans only, which inflates silver prices. But that simple idea creates a chain reaction. Because government subsidies are tied to silver prices, inflating silver actually hands you a bigger subsidy. Stick with me, because that chain reaction is where the free money hides. The story starts with a rule. Under the ACA, insurers must provide cost-sharing reductions, lower deductibles, and out-of-pocket maximums to people earning up to 250% of the federal poverty level, according to KFF. The catch is that this extra help only attaches to silver plans. So silver became the tier where all the expensive obligations live. For years, Washington simply reimbursed insurers for the cost of those discounts. But in late 2017, KFF explains, the federal government stopped the payments while keeping the requirement fully in force. So insurers were now legally obligated to hand out richer benefits with no one covering the tab. And they had to recover that money somewhere. This is where the trick gets its name. Instead of spreading the lost reimbursement across bronze, silver, gold, and platinum, most insurers dump the entire cost onto silver plans alone. Silver loading, according to KFF. Bronze and gold prices stayed relatively normal, while silver ballooned. And that lopsided pricing is exactly what quietly benefits smart shoppers. Here is the mechanism that makes it pay. Your premium tax credit is pegged to the second lowest cost silver plan, the benchmark, according to KFF. So when insurers inflate silver, the benchmark rises, and your subsidy dollar amount rises right along with it. The key insight is that you can then spend that inflated subsidy on any plan you like, including cheaper ones. You can actually measure this distortion. From 2017 to 2018, benchmark silver premiums jumped about 17 percentage points more than bronze premiums, according to KFF analysis of ACA marketplace data. That gap is not random. It is the direct signature of insurers loading costs into silver, and that gap is what turns your boosted subsidy into a real spending advantage. Put it all together, and you get the silver switcheroo, as analysts at Brookings and KFF describe it. You claim the big subsidy that silver loading created, then apply it to a bronze or gold plan instead of silver. In many markets, bronze drops to $0 a month, and gold ends up cheaper than the silver plane that generated the subsidy in the first place. Now for the fine print the brochure skips. This trick only works if you're subsidy eligible, typically between 100% and 400% of the federal poverty level. If you earn too much to qualify, KFF notes you pay the full inflated silver premium with no credit to soften it. You simply absorb the entire loaded cost. Before I get to the last piece, which is the most counterintuitive part of this whole system, understand that not everyone wins here. And here is the twist that flips everything. If your income sits between 100 and 250% of the poverty level, those richer cost-sharing reductions only exist inside silver plans, per KFF. So chasing a cheap gold or bronze plan could forfeit a dramatically lower out-of-pocket maximum. A single adult at 200% FPL could see worst-case exposure drop by roughly $2,500 to $4,500 in a bad year by staying in a CSR silver plan. The right answer depends entirely on your income. So what do you actually do? On healthcare.gov or your state marketplace, enter your income and household size. Then compare the net premium after subsidy for bronze, silver, and gold side by side. Most people only glance at silver and stop. But for subsidy-eligible shoppers, gold often costs the same or less per KFF and Brookings. If this is useful, subscribe. The next breakdown is already coming. The move depends on where you land. If you're under 250% of the poverty line, weigh whether a CSR silver plan's lower out-of-pocket cap protects you more than a cheaper metal tier. Higher earners often win with gold or a near-free bronze plan. And watch the calendar. A House reconciliation bill passed in May 2025 could restore reimbursements and end silver loading entirely, per KFF. So reshop every open enrollment before you auto-renew. Silver loading is one of dozens of pricing quirks buried in your coverage, and understanding it could be worth thousands over the years. Next, I'm covering how ACA subsidy cliffs can suddenly wipe out your entire premium tax credit for earning $1 extra. If you want to catch that, subscribe so you don't miss it.